What's the name of that phone down there that translate on TV? They have a phone that translates.
Really?
Oh yeah, you're talking.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
¿Tú vas a traducir?
No.
No me digo una vaina. ¿Tú vas a traducir?
Yo te dije que no voy a traducir.
Do it in both.
Primero,
Both.
both? All right,
Yes.
I'll do both then. First of all, who did not understand anything about the tax breaks that you get with this? Primero que nada, ¿quién no entendió lo de los beneficios de la deducción de impuestos?
Yo quiero que tú expliques eso.
¿Qué tú no entendiste? ¿O tú quieres que yo lo explique todo?
No, yo quiero ver tu explicación, porque tú lo vas a poner en términos simples.
Sí, claro.
Sí.
¿Alguien más?
I want to be a little bit clear on the percentage of the things that you're able to deduct.
See, they said there was something that they said there that is true, but it could not be true. On the example that they mentioned, it is true. But I don't want you to think that because on this example it's true, it is true, because it might not be true. En otras palabras, el ejemplo que ellos usaron ahí de la deducción del cuidado de los niños, en el ejemplo que ellos pusieron aquí, no es deducible, pero esa deducción es deducible. Lo que pasa es que tú tienes que tener ingresos impuestables para poderla deducir.
¿Ingreso cómo?
Impuestables, que ellos aquí no lo mencionan, porque ya eso es elaborando un poco más, ya tú tienes que estar más familiarizado con eso. In the scenario that they put here, the child care deduction is not deductible because of the income that this guy has. But if the income was higher, they will have taxable income, and then it will become deductible. So it's not always non-deductible. So I understand that. And another thing, if one of the spouses doesn't work, then it's not deductible. Because they will base it on the lesser income of the couple. If it's a married filing joint return.
What happens when you're a single parent?
Then you don't have that problem. If you're a single parent and you have taxable income, then your child care deduction is deductible. But you have to have taxable income. Now, who does know what taxable income means? So that I can explain that to you.
Please explain.
None of us know.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I don't know what
Go ahead.
And you know a lot because I have.
No, I know, but I'm thinking, what I think it is, and I may be wrong, is
Go
like
ahead.
when you hit certain bracket, from there and up, it becomes taxable income.
Perfect.
That's what it is?
But she just doesn't know the exact figure, but she's got the idea. Taxable income means, what's my goal as a tax preparer? What do you guys think is my goal as a tax preparer when I do your returns?
To get money back for everybody.
No, not precisely to get money back. What is the goal?
Pay
for
less
every
taxes.
tax
Pay
preparer?
less
To reduce your taxable income to
Zero.
¿Tú te acuerdas cuando yo eso en la escuela?
all right. So why do we have this big fiscal cliff that we have right now that they're talking in the news? What do you think, guys? We have this fiscal cliff. Anybody knows?
Overspending.
One of the considerations. Who else knows?
Jobless rates, isn't it?
Well, the jobless rate was about 8% up until the election. Now it went down to 7.8. But what do you think this fiscal cliff is all about?
More taxes?
More taxes?
Low income.
Huh?
Low revenue.
Well, remember the taxes is a percentage. So if your income goes down, then you pay less taxes because it's a percentage.
Thing is, the tax laws are changing, expiring.
If you guys remember when Bush won back in 1980? I mean 90.
2000. No, the
no,
first Bush.
Was it in 2000?
The following
Yeah, Bush won in 2000. When Bush won, interest, dividends, capital gains used to pay 28%. So listen to this guy. I mean, let's say you inherit $100,000. You put them in the bank, and you get $5,000 of interest from this money. You will get taxed on that money that you already paid taxes on. So what did Bush say? He said the economy is bad. Let's lower that so people will invest more. So that purpose was served by lowering these taxes. Everybody's tax bracket went down. It used to start at 15%. He brought it down to 10%. So now let's say Jamie makes $50,000. Her taxable income is $20,000. Instead of paying $3,500, once Bush put that into place, she would have paid $2,000. So that $1,500 saving went into her pocket. What did she do with it? She could invest it, she could spend it, but the purpose of that was for her to invest it so that the economy could keep grinding. And what happens? All that stuff that Bush did back in 07, it was supposed to stop in 2008. He renewed it until 2012. The fiscal cliff that they're talking about right now is that it expires December 31st of this year. So if we don't renew it,
Everything goes up.
everything will go back up. 92% of us will start paying more taxes. 92% of us will pay more taxes. Your payroll taxes, you see that paycheck that they show there? Right now you get a 6.2 deduction for Social Security. That's gonna go up. Your federal tax tax will go up, and your state taxes will go up. So if you make the same amount of money now, take your last paycheck of this year and compare it to your first paycheck of next year, and you will see how much your taxes went up. So why are they talking about this fiscal cliff? Because what they want to do, Republicans, is they want to extend the tax breaks so that people could still have the same benefit. But what Obama wants to do, he wants to extend them as long as the breaks that they have for the millionaires gets taken out, so that the millionaires can pay more taxes. And if you guys didn't know it, the 2% earners of this country pay 82% of the taxes that this country collects. So think about that. You got 2% that none of us are in that 2% because you're talking about...
That's where you are.
Oh, shit. If I was in that 2%, I wouldn't be here. 2% of the people that make the most money pay 82% of the taxes that are collected here. So if you're trying to work with that, that's a big gap. That means that 18% of all 98% of us are paying the other 18%.
So they're gonna sacrifice the 98% in order to make the 2% pay more?
Exactly.
So smart.
So how does that relate to this? I wanted to go into that so that you guys see that most people here, they don't pay attention to their paychecks. All they do is they work, and they never know what percentage is taken out. They never know what they do with this money. Right now, in this election, they put some facts out, some numbers that are amazing. I was telling Gabby in his house the other day, before the election, 7 out of every 10 Americans were getting some kind of federal aid from the government. So this is why we are in a deficit of $19 trillion. And how the hell do we get out of there? Nobody has the slightest idea, because that's a lot of money. You thought, why? Because everything is federal. And you guys know, you don't have kids that are big, but I remember my dad when I was like 10, and my dad died when I was 15. My dad used to tell me, I'm never going to give you what you need. I'm going to give you something so that you can earn and get what you need. But I'll never give you what you need. Because what do you do with that? You kill the hunger. If Gabi has a family of 3 kids, and he goes to the federal government and tells them, listen, I got to feed my 3 kids and my wife, and I don't have any money. And they figure it out that he needs about $300 a week. And they give him the $300 a week. Do you think Gabi's going to go out and look for a job?
No.
Especially when that aid is endless. Right? So that's why the deficit is there. The aid just doesn't stop. It's aid. And those of us that work, we pay. When was the last time you collected unemployment?
I don't know, 12 years ago.
When was the last time you collected unemployment?
Never.
Any of you, when was the last time you guys collected unemployment?
No.
See, that's not for us. We work. So how does that relate to this? If you guys do any business that is self-employed, which is this category, you get to deduct most of the stuff that you deal with. And if you do it smartly, I'm not going to say it here because I'm being recorded, but if you work with your accountant, there's a bunch of things that you can deduct. See, with Jamie, I used to deduct more things before when you didn't have this position than now. Yes or no?
Yes.
I used to sit down with you and